Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Heather and I am 33 weeks pregnant with twins. But I'm here today for something very fun. I'm going to talk you through two fun things in preparation for delivery of these babies. One being our twin birth plan, and two, I want to show you guys my nurse's basket that I put together to bring to the hospital to share with all the lovely nurses who will be helping us deliver these twinnies. Before we go any further, please subscribe to my channel. I just love all my subscribers. We are growing and it's just meant the world to me to share this with you and have so many of you reach back out to me and share your stories and your prayers and encouragement. So thank you so much to my subscribers. And if you're not one, now would be a really awesome time to become one, just my opinion. Okay, let's get into it. I actually think I'm gonna start by showing you my little nurse care basket. Here it is. I bought a medium basket from Target and bought all these goodies from Target as well for the most part. Let me show you what I put in this. So I made a little sign for the front that says, "Thank you for helping us bring our baby Ferns into the world." Let's start with one of my favorite items, which is the Liquid IV. You guys have probably heard of this by now, but Liquid IV is an electrolyte drink mix and it gets you hydrated more efficiently than just drinking water alone. And they are delicious. I used to just purchase it on my own until they reached out, which thank you, YouTube. And they sent me a ton of their new flavors. I'm loving watermelon and passion fruit. Guava is really good too, but Alec loves the passion fruit one lately. I put a handful of those in here. If you haven't tried Liquid IV yet, I highly recommend, and you can use code HeatherFernXO for 25% off your order and free shipping, which is a really awesome discount. I put some of these EOS lip balms in here. I got 3 of those. My gosh, hospitals are dry, so I just thought these are like a cute lip balm to add in for the nurses. I also put a few different little face masks that they, not like COVID masks, but like beauty masks that they can take with them to go. I also put a bunch of gum, with the COVID masks, and just in general, we love having fresh breath, don't we? And then I got 2 packs of fun scrunchies so that they can take some scrunchies to go. And then for some more snacks, I love popcorners. These chips, I get them from Costco. They have 3 different flavors. I put a handful of these chips in here. I got a box of my favorite kind bars, the dark chocolate and cherry. I got a 4-pack of classic, these Starbucks Frappuccino mocha drinks. Gotta keep these nurses going on these long shifts and dealing with me. Just kidding. We'll see once I have twins. And then of course, a nice bag of some Ghirardelli caramel squares. So that is what I plan on bringing for our nurses. I love this idea. I think if I was a nurse, I'd really appreciate someone having this and just like putting the thought in to bring a box of little treats and goodies. I'm going to next walk you through our birth plan. This also shouldn't take long because it's not very long, I don't think. And I've recently modified it in case I end up actually being able to deliver naturally and like labor versus a C-section. We don't know how I'm gonna be delivering. My preference currently is to try to do natural labor, but I'm fully comfortable just deferring to my doctor when the time comes. But I have our names on it and then my doctor's name. And I wrote like a little tiny paragraph. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it. I said, we're very go with the flow. Our #1 priority is delivering these babies safely, but we want to have in writing what's important to us in hopes that we can accommodate as much as possible within reason. At the end of the day, I want to defer to my provider, Dr. Blank, and her suggestions for having the safest twin delivery. Cute. Great. So I broke it into 3 categories. I have pre-birth, baby time, and post-birth. I only have 2 bullet points for pre-birth. I said I have a high pain tolerance and a high tolerance for medication, but I do want pain meds and an epidural. Give me the juice. I have never, ever, ever wanted to give birth without an epidural. I have a high pain tolerance, but I don't want to put myself through that pain. I don't think I will have any less of an experience. I already had an epidural and a spinal tap this pregnancy from complications. So give me the juice. And then my second thing is I made a note that we'd like to be recording videos throughout our birthing experience when possible. I know that it's polite to let your nurses and everyone know if you are planning on recording a lot. Maybe they don't want to be caught on video, or if they are, they prefer if you like blurred them. I don't know, but I just made a note that we are planning to be taking video during the process. Okay, baby time. So some of this was C-section-y. Like I said, I'd really appreciate having someone take videos of us meeting our babies for the first time during birth. There's so much going on. If we don't get a video, it's fine, but like I just really would love to have that moment just for us to look back on, like hearing that baby cry or like seeing our baby brought to us for the first time if it's a C-section. I said it's really important for me to do skin on skin as soon as possible after birth, unless they need NICU time. This whole thing is like go with the flow because I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know when I'm giving birth. Very likely they'll have to go to the NICU, but I don't know how immediate. I said I'll do delayed cord clamping if that's what's recommended by my doctor at the time. I said avoid using forceps or vacuum at all costs. I'd really rather not use those measures unless absolutely necessary. I said if I have a C-section, I don't want my arms strapped down. I know a lot of times you have to put your arms out to the side to stay out of the sterile field. Just sometimes by habit, you'll move your arms and you don't want it to go into like hit the drapes. I don't want them actually like strapped down. I said husband can help cut cord if possible, cords if possible. We've talked about it. I don't care if Alec wants to or not. I mean, the plan is like if everything's going good, he can help with that. He's like not a super big fan of blood and surgery. So right below that, I said husband needs a stool to sit by me during the birth process. We don't need any other fainting spells or anything like that happening during the birth process. Just so much is going on. I don't want it to be so overwhelming that we have one of those stories. So we're not planning on doing cord blood banking and not keeping the placentas for any reason. So I made note of that. And then finally for post-birth. So I just have 3 things on here. I said I'd like to breastfeed as soon as possible or as soon as recommended. I don't know how it works. I think, again, depends on if my babies have to go to the NICU right away. Just whatever. It'll be fine. And then I said I want to have a lactation consultant visit as soon as possible to help me with twin breastfeeding because I don't know what I'm doing. Keep babies in our room unless they need NICU. I have heard a lot of people say that it is nice to have them in the nursery for like a night so you can get a night's sleep. I want to think our hospital said they don't do that. Like they keep the babies with you if they're able to. And I also have a friend who said that they did like the nursery thing and it was nice because they got sleep, but then by the time they went home, it was so hard. Like they didn't have that experience in the hospital of dealing with the babies in the middle of the night with professional help and like the nurses available to them. So they got home and they were severely overwhelmed. So all that to say, I think I'll keep the babies in our room. So that is our birth plan. I feel like I really just covered the basics there. The whole thing feels very out of my control. So I didn't want to put everything I could possibly think of that I would want for my birthing experience just because I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know if I'm delivering naturally or by C-section or if they're gonna go to the NICU right away or if they're coming home with us at all, if we're gonna bring them home. If like, I don't know if it'll just be like chaos all of a sudden. It's like an emergency or I deliver one naturally and then the other one it's like, oh no, we need a C-section. So these are just like my top priorities and just things that to me were common sense in my head. Like, yeah, I want an epidural, but I know everyone might want different things in their birthing plan. So what's common sense for me might be different for someone else. So I just wanted to put it in writing. We are getting very close, within 4 weeks maximum, which is crazy. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips for me, please let me know. Whether there's something that if you're a nurse or you delivered and had something different in your nurse basket that you think would be great for me to add to mine, please let me know. And if you have any suggestions for my birth plan, please let me know. Again, I'm not going to add the nitty-gritty in here about music or like lighting. Like, I'm not getting that into it. But if there's something critical that I forgot, please let me know. Thank you again for subscribing, for liking this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.